just that type of girl. She's just that type of girl. She's just that type of girl.
I figured we would talk about kidnapping stories today. We agreed on kidnapping stories because we both have a couple, which is insane. So I'm gonna let Angel talk about her instance first, and then I'll tell you guys mine. But yeah.
Okay, so I'm trying to remember which one it was. Oh yeah, it was the third grade one.
Yeah.
Okay, so I was in Okay, so I was in third grade at the time, and usually I walked home. If sometimes I'd walk there and home, but depending on the weather, sometimes I would just walk home. And at this time I think it was winter, so my mom was supposed to pick me up, but she didn't show up. I was just like, where is she? So I was like, I'm not gonna sit out here and wait all day and staying out in the cold. I'm just gonna walk home. And I was with my friend that was in my class at the time, and we usually would walk home together, so we ended up walking. And we just kept walking and talking and chilling, doing whatever. And
Try
then
not to freeze your tits off.
Yeah. And I had no tits. I still don't. But yeah, it was really it was probably about a 10-minute walk, but not that really matters. And we get to this corner that is right, it's my street, but it's before walking down to the street, you know what I mean?
Your corner.
Yeah, it's my corner, and she's 2 or 3 blocks.
Your corner.
That's not what I meant. But she lives 3 blocks down further. So we were gonna part ways. She was gonna say bye and all that stuff. But the thing is, I was looking down, getting ready to cross the street, and she was just froze for a second, and then I end up looking up eventually because I'm just, I'm retarded. I like to look around, I guess, look at the ground because
Same, I watch my feet a lot.
Yeah, I do that too, and that's probably what I was doing. And she was like, "Did you see that?" I'm like, "See what?" And she was like, "That car, there was a man in it, and they were taking a picture of us." And I was like, "What are you talking about?" I was so confused, and I didn't. Oh, sorry.
No, you're fine.
I didn't see the car at all, and she was just she looked very, and for a third grader to actually be this smart, to realize what's going on is not normal. She was concerned. She was like, "Yeah, that's not normal. When you get home, as soon as you get through your door, call me so that I know you got home safe." And that's when I started freaking out because she doesn't usually talk
with a sense of urgency.
Yeah, with a sense of urgency, shit's about to go down or something. And I'm like, okay. So she was gave me a hug, and she was like, "Just be safe and don't forget to call me." And I was like, okay. So she starts walking, she crosses the street. We both cross the street because my house is on that side. And we part ways, and she starts going to her house. I start walking, and I start walking a little fast because I start to feel kind of uncomfortable, and plus I just want to get home because I was really cold. And I start knocking on the door, and a minute goes by and nobody answers. So I'm like, oh, maybe they didn't hear me. So I knock on the door again, and there's still no answer. So I'm like, shit. And I start looking in, because there's 3 little windows on my front door at the time. And I start looking in them, and you could see my living room and everything. And I had a dog just running around in the living room, barking because
Mom and Dad's not here. Woo-hoo.
Yeah, yeah. He hears the barking, and he's reacting to me being at the door, but doesn't know it's me. But yeah. So looking in there, I can tell the TV and everything was off, which means nobody was home. And that's when I was like, well, where are they? I was getting really nervous because my mom didn't come. She usually didn't come pick us up. She only dropped us off, and unless it was like an emergency or something like that. So I was really nervous, and as I was standing there, something told me to turn around to look, and so I did. And when I did, in the street, there was a car parked right in front of my house with a guy on. He had 2 different phones. He had one in his ear talking, and the other one was like facing me, and it flashed. I could see it flashing, and them just taking random photos of me. And I'm like sitting there like, oh crap. So I turn and start banging on the door more, and they wouldn't answer. And then I'm trying to remember if my mom drove home or she came and walked and got us herself.
Where
but I
was
can't
she?
remember. She went to get us. She went to pick us up, but I didn't know.
Oh, you guys just ended up missing each other.
Yeah, she missed me. So I'm guessing that she might have walked there, but I can't remember. I'm just gonna say she picked us up, honestly. I think she might have picked us up. But I freaked out and started walking back down the street. I was gonna go to my friend's house because that freaked me out. I was like, I don't know if they're gonna come around again. I don't know what's gonna happen if they do come around again. So I decided I wasn't taking my freaking chances, and I was gonna walk to her house. And as I was walking down that street, I bumped into my mom and my brothers in the car, and they were like, where were you? We were waiting like all over, like we were waiting for you for like ever and looking all over for you. I was like, I started walking home because I didn't know you were coming to pick us up today. And she was like, yeah, it was just like short notice, and I decided I was gonna come get you. And she was like, just get in the car. And I got in the car, we drove back to house, and what happened? Yeah, I told my mom what happened, because I was like shaking up by it, and she was just like nervous about it. She was like a little freaked out. She was like, it's gonna be okay, like hopefully they don't come back around again, we'll keep an eye out and stuff like that. And then my friend, I realized she left voicemails on the phone because I wasn't picking up because I couldn't get in the house to answer or to call her, and she was panicking. So I called her and let her know what's going on. And I told her what happened, and he came back around, and she was like, he did the same thing to me.
Oh my god.
And that's when I was just like, this has to be some kind of like trafficking or something, because that's what it made me think of.
Yeah.
And like, it was scary. And I'm just like, they know where we live now. That's so scary. Like, I thought they were gonna come back. I don't know if they ever did or not. Luckily, I never saw them again. But it was scary. And my friend actually, she ended up coming over that same night, and we explained, because she saw the car first, and she was explaining to my mom, like, her side of the story and what happened. And yeah, we were all a little shaken up, but they never came back, so that's good.
Wow. Like, nothing became of that, though?
No,
Like,
nothing.
neither one of your parents, like, called or made a report about it?
Not that I know of.
Right. Yeah, that's crazy.
It was scary.
That's really scary. Yeah. It's so nuts.
Slow down, love, it's too